Marketing is all about emotions and connecting with people on a deeper level. Really getting to know your customer, your audience, and what they stand for. And this weekend in Prince George, the emotion that I felt the most was passion. Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Good morning, honorable judges, friends, family, guests, and fellow 4-H members. This weekend in Prince George, I got to see how farmers in the agri-food sector are directly marketing their products, not by just products, but through their passions as well. During this weekend, the first place we got to visit was the Purge Community Gardens on the UNBC campus. This gardens focused on having students connect with their local agriculture and connecting with their communities as well. The students not only got to learn what it was like to grow their own foods, but they got to do it in a community environment and then be able to take the food that they'd grown and market it directly to other students on campus. All the food went to the cafeteria, the different food programs, and even a self-starter project they did themselves, which was the Good Food Box. The thing that stood out to me the most about this project was the guy who presented to us, Ben, and how passionate he was about this agriculture. It's very different to go into a store and to buy some carrots off the shelf. But when you've grown it yourself and you're selling it to other people who are also very similar to you, student to student, instead of a store, you really get a deeper meaning and connection of the food that you've grown. The next place that we visited was Honeyford Gardens. Now, the lady who runs Honeyford Gardens is a second-generation farmer. She grew up on this farm as a little girl. And something that really stood out to me is that she's known some of these customers that she spoke with since she was 12 years old. That's a very different experience than going into a grocery store and talking to a cashier who's known those groceries for only a few seconds since you put them on the register. Directly marketing their nursery and their garden plants to their customers was one of their big highlights. And something that she told me that was her favorite part was being able to connect with customers and be able to share her passion of gardening with other people, and being able to directly take her products that she had grown from little seedlings up to bigger trees was a deeper bond that she shared with that customer. And it also continued to have customers returning to their business versus going elsewhere. The last place that we visited was Kawano Family Farms. It was a processing plant for meat where the farmer had been doing this for over 57 years. And being in the industry for so long, he had gained so many meaningful connections with his community and with different people. He even said that he went to the weddings and birthday parties of many of the customers that continually shopped at his store. And not only was it a processing plant where he spoke directly with the customer and then brought the products all the way through to the end, they also had a small store on site where they were able to talk with each customer and be able to really form those deeper values of what it means to have passion and to connect with people in the agri-food sector. Something that really stood out to me about all these businesses and what they had in common is that they weren't only selling products to people. They were selling their passions to people. They were selling how passionate they were about growing their own vegetables and about knowing what it's like to have your own vegetables and then to be able to take joy in eating them and cultivating a community around that. They were also very excited about being able to take a seedling and grow it big, or be able to just connect with people on a general basis. So what I've learned the most about these different businesses and my time in Prince George is that it's not about just your product. It's about the passion that you put into your product, and I think that is the best way to take it from the field and bring it out into the forks of our community.